Good morning, Tech for Senior Live. Yes, indeed, it's another week has gone by. If you are out in the listening to us, if you could in the chat, if you could mention who you are, where you're from, and those on the West Coast, we're bracing for a weather bomb. Do you know what, Bill? Do you ever get tornadoes in your neck of the woods? Well, we're getting a weather bomb today, and it's going to blow like stink on the east coast of Vancouver Island. And today's recycling day, so everybody's got their recycling out. So I'm expecting a mess down the street today. I hope those recycling people get here early for sure. So anyway, this is Tech for Senior Live. We've all got our coffee. We're going to have a nice chat this morning. For if you are listening, this is being taped. It's broadcast to Zoom and Facebook. So we are
not to Zoom,
Sorry, to Facebook and YouTube. Even I get confused on that. Yeah. So if you are logged into Zoom,
you're not hearing us.
You're in the wrong place. Nobody's there, right? Come back Monday. We'll be there on Monday.
Or stay there. You'll be on for a long time.
Yeah. Stay tuned. You'll be back on Monday. Yeah. So be back on Monday. So that's yes, indeed. So if you have now, listen. So I know there's a bunch of people that are just putting comments in chat, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But if you are out there and you want us to ask us any questions, of course we have. Let me introduce everybody now. But we're all ears. Otherwise, we're going to sit and have coffee and gab all morning for an hour anyway. But if you have any questions you want us to comment on, please put them in the chat, and we'll certainly answer them. So let me introduce everybody, although you should know everybody by now, right? So there's my co-host from our Monday show, Hewie Popluck, the famous guy. He's learned all about electioneering now. He was telling me earlier, you don't put X's on anything anymore. You fill in the circle, right?
Yep.
Here in Florida.
Wow.
Yep. Here in New Mexico also.
You got to fill in the circle, eh?
And I get to use an iPad to sign them in.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You get a free iPad?
No, the use of it all day long. Yeah. They get it back though.
All right. Okay. So cool. Anyway, welcome back. We missed you on Monday, by the way. We said your name a few times. I'm sure you heard about that.
I did hear that, and one of the items on Facebook is some of the things that I discovered watching the video. So
all right,
I want to talk about it a little bit later.
Sure, we'll do that. Bob, what's up with you? You're a busy guy.
Yeah. Today, this show, and then I have 3 presentations, 12, 3, and 5.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. It'll keep me out of trouble. It's Thursday. This is bowling day for my wife.
Oh,
so
okay.
I have the house all to myself.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, but I can't do anything because I'm tied to Zoom.
Yeah.
There you go. And Bill from Oklahoma. How the heck are you doing?
We're doing good. But like Bob, I'm dividing my time between this show and then concurrently my own computer club is having their meeting this morning, and I have to start the Zoom meeting for that. And then immediately following this, I'll be giving a presentation on Windows 11.
Oh, really?
So brand new. I just kind of polished it off. It's a live demo. It's not going to be it's not a PowerPoint. It's just I'm just going to go through all the features, and we'll see where that goes.
See where that goes. Is that going to be an APCUG presentation ultimately?
Yes, for the Lake Sumter Computer Society. Is that right, Hewie? They're in your neck of the woods, aren't they?
Who is that?
Lake Sumter.
Lake Sumter. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not too far from us. Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, let's look and see who's in the waiting or in the. Let's see who's on viewing us. Bob says Bellevue 57 and partly sunny. Yes. But the weather's going to change. We're getting it first. It's coming your way. Run. Sally says from Kirkland, Washington, right? Yeah. Good morning, all. Steve from Kirkland, 61 degrees again. Yeah. Charles from Lake of the Ozarks, right? Yes.
That's my neck of the woods.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we watched a TV series that was based on the Ozarks, and it was really neat. I feel like I've been there. I haven't actually been there, but I feel like I have, because it was really a very beautiful area. Bernard's from Sterling Heights Computer Club. I guess it's Michigan, eh?
Michigan. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And West Seattle, 53 and mostly sunny. Whoops. Clark is afternoon here in Trenton. Perfect day. Sun. There you go. And 72 degrees. Good afternoon from Sanford, Florida, over in Hewie's neck of the woods. And Gerald says, I don't plan to get a Pixel 6 until late next year once 5G arrives. Well, we just might be talking a little bit about the Pixel 6 today. You never know what's coming up. You never know what's coming up. Clark says, I am an election board worker. We have new equipment. You start with an iPad to sign in, then you go to a big screen computer to vote on your personal ballot. Oh, really? So you don't actually have paper ballots?
Here we do, here in Florida, or
Oh.
at least in our area. I think each election district in Florida has different equipment, and they do their own thing. But I have an iPad. It's connected to the database of the Election Bureau. So we know if somebody did a mail-in ballot, we know that they've already voted.
Voted, eh? Cool.
And as soon as we sign them in, then they can't use the mail-in ballot. But they do get a paper ballot. We don't have computers for them to go.
Same by us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Early voting for the first time. New Jersey starts this Saturday. 72 in Argyle, Texas. And Altamonte Springs. Where's Altamonte Springs?
Altamont Springs is it's the Orlando area.
Oh, okay. That's Jenny. Is that close to you? Yeah, that'd be close to you, eh?
Well, 120 miles away. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. We're all. Do you guys? So I am on Vancouver Island, which is on the west coast of Canada. Bill's in Oklahoma, which is over on the other side of the United States. Bob's south. You're way down in New Mexico, and Huey's over in Florida. I mean, we really are all over the place, right? I mean, if you consider the geography.
Yeah, you and Hewie are the furthest apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're all the way in the west coast, and he's all the way down at the tip on the east coast.
Yeah. All right.
And Ron is the only one I've never met.
Never. Huey and I. The only thing I know about Huey is from his shoulders up.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing, but that's all right.
I don't want to say.
He's never stood up. I don't know. Bob, I've met. Bob, I've met. We've talked
More than once. Yeah.
Yeah, we've met in person. Bill James, I don't think I've ever met you personally, have I?
I don't remember. I don't think so. But I've met Bob and Hewie for years and years.
Yep.
It's funny, how you can become very close friends, and yet you never actually ever meet
Actually see them, yes.
in person,
Yep.
and you don't shake their hands or give them a hug or whatever. It's just really weird, eh?
Well, virtual hugs are okay too.
Indeed. All right, I got
Okay.
something I want to show you guys. I always like to do a little video clip before we get into the.
And while you're getting ready, I just want to add there's 82 here in Bradenton, Florida, and it's going to 87. It's going to be it's cooling off. We're not getting into the 90s.
Okay.
It's only going to be 87, but it did get down to 72 last night, so it was a cool night.
Wow, that was our high yesterday, 72.
Now we're currently at 60.
We need some rain though.
Yeah, we're at 51.
All right. Just for those of you who are listening, I'm gonna play a little video clip here, and I want to talk to everyone about this subject, which we all know about, and then we're going to go over to our Facebook page and look through some news articles today, which we've got posted there for you. If you are listening, if you want to pop over there onto the Facebook page, you can follow along as we go through the articles, because you can actually look at them and read them as we're going through them. But I want to play a little something here for everyone, and I want to get your opinion on this. This, of course, is the new Pixel 6 phone. This is the. I'm actually should just hold on a sec here. All right.
You got the lower third sound too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get that off here. There we go. Let me play that again.
No sound.
No, there's no sound with it. I didn't record it with sound. Let me just go back here. Darn it. We'll come back here, and we'll come down here. There we go. We'll turn this off. I'm just going to show it again. All right, so here we're starting, and this is about the new Pixel 6. There's 5 years now of updates that you're going to get with this, and the Pixel 6 comes in the regular and the Pro. So what's the difference between?
Can I butt in for 1 second?
Go ahead.
It's 5 years of security updates, not actual updates. That's only
Right.
3 years of the version updates, but 5 years of security updates.
Right. So let me just play this again. We'll go back. So 5 years of security updates that were coming, and there's a security hub, but there's 2 versions of this. And so the version that I want to talk to everybody today about is there's the Pixel 6, which he's showing you here. And this is going to come in at $599. All right. So the question that has been asked by lots of people now, there's the Pixel 6 Pro, and what's the difference between the two? So there's also the Pixel 6 Pro, which is this one. And there's, of course, a price difference. This is coming in at $899. Now, this, of course, has, and you'll see the Pixel 6 Pro has the triple rear camera with the with the new telephoto lens. So there's a difference, the big difference, and also it's a much larger phone. Of course, it's 6.7 inches, which is a bit concerning for me, and I'm not sure because I have the Pixel 3, and this is this 50 megapixel wide camera lens on there, but I have I don't have the big pixel. I have the little Pixel 3, and I quite like it. I'm not sure about the size of this because it's going to be quite a large piece of the Pro is going to be, but you won't get that telephoto lens. That's the special lens that's going to be on the Pro.
$300 for a telephoto lens.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, now, but there's more to this story, and we're going to talk about that. I've got an article up here because the plot thickens here. So we're not through with this, but clearly this is going to be one of the biggest things that Google's done in the last, they expect to sell twice as many phones with the Pixel 6. This is a big event launch for this. I know that Bob, you've
the Tensor chip. That's the
the Tensor chip,
difference.
the new chip it's going to have it. And Bob's sort of committed to getting one. I'm sort of committed as well. I'm not quite as committed because I bought a.
Well, if my wife finds out, I might really become committed.
Yeah, exactly. Bob said to me this week, he said, "Don't you have a limitless budget?" I said, "No." I said, "It has to go through the finance department, and that's my wife." And
Yep.
so I said, "Well, I got a 65-inch TV coming, so I'm not quite sure I'm going to spring for the. I'm not going to get the pre-order, but we'll maybe it'll be a Christmas present. We'll see what's.
Yeah, I'm on the fence as well.
Yeah, we'll see what's happening. What I don't know is what's really concerning me is I'm not sure if I really want that really big phone. Like I don't really want to carry this massive piece. I don't know how big it is. So I'm going to wait until they come into the stores and I can actually go down and touch one and see, what it's like.
Yeah, I've got a Galaxy S8 Plus, and I think it's about the same size.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Is it 6? Is that the big one?
I'm sorry?
Is that a big one that you have?
Yeah, it's real big.
Oh man, do you want to carry that around all the time? I mean, I don't know. That's an awful big piece of equipment. You don't carry it around. You don't take it with you everywhere you go.
No, I wear it. I didn't have to buy a Galaxy Watch.
All right, let's get to work, you guys. We got to go. I'm going to share my screen here. And we're going to come up with share my screen. And we'll come over here. And let me just get this a little bigger for you guys so you can see it.
I don't need it bigger. I'm going to the Facebook page. It's big.
Yeah. Let me see here. Control plus. There we go. How's that?
There you go. Good.
All right, good. Let's go down. Let's have a look at the first article. I think who got the first article here? Let's see who won the creative. Where are we here?
Keep going.
Videos.
A little more. There it is.
You got the first one, Bob. You rascal, you.
You know what? You didn't update that page.
I
got some newer ones than that.
I'm actually in the middle of the mate to this one. This one has to do with what can you do if you get hacked. And the one that I'm just finishing, and I haven't finished the editing yet, is how to prevent getting hacked.
Mm-hmm. And this is it's interesting. Yeah, the other thing that's interesting, Bob, is as you know that Google's going to be making like 150 million people turn on two-factor authentication, which is good, right?
Yep.
And if you're listening and you haven't got two-factor authentication turned on, good time to start doing it, right?
Because they're going to do it for you.
Yeah, or you're going to get it done for you. So it's not an option, right?
Yeah, but theirs is a little bit different because if you have a Google account, right, and you're going to have one, it's not a matter of, okay, I'm going to send you no, you just get a message. Is this you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You click yes, and that's it. You're finished.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay, so that's Bob's first one. Let's have a look here. Hewie, YouTube
Yes.
Premium, is it worth it?
Yeah, I of course wasn't on the show on Monday, so when I got home, I listen and watch things at night on my iPad next to my bed, and I have a little earpiece that I put on, and I just lay in bed and listen to podcasts usually. So I listened to our show from Monday, and I was amazed. This is the first time I've really watched one of our shows just that way, and almost every 10 minutes there was an ad, usually 30 seconds or a minute, unless I hit the button stop ad. But because of the fact that it was away from my bed on the iPad, I just didn't reach over, so I listened to the ads, and they got quite lengthy, and it made the thing it hurt. So I'm now considering the $11.99 or almost $12 a month for the YouTube Premium, and or get the family, which then Robin could have with her account, and maybe share with somebody else. I don't know, but you get 5 accounts for $18 a month, $17.99. I know you've got the premium, Ron. I'm not sure if any of if
I have
Bill and Bob do.
Yeah, I started this a long time ago. They had an offer for 3 months as a trial for free. And
Yeah.
that 3 months went by awful quick, and I was not going to go back to commercials after I had
Yeah.
3 months of enjoyment.
I have the premium, and I find it beneficial.
Yeah,
Especially if you watch any movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you my take on that, and that's a very interesting. So the last quarter, Google made $25 billion per quarter on YouTube. Okay, 25 billion, right? That's in 3 months, right? That's a lot of money.
Yep.
However, now the revenue, of course, all comes from ads, mostly for YouTube's, mostly comes from ads. All right. Now, but it cost $16 billion to provide the service, right? 16 billion. And the article I read last week was Google's costs. Nothing in life is free. And so Google's costs keep going up exponentially to run YouTube. If you think of, you and I, the four of us know how big this is, and the millions of videos that get uploaded every hour that are going out there, and it's all occurring in the background, and the enormous cost of actually doing this. So Google, YouTube has made a policy decision in the last couple of months, which of course is that the ads are going to go up. They're going to increase and increase and increase. And when I came back from Mesa and I drive up and I stay at some hotels on the way home, I don't have any options. I have to watch the cable TV, and I get 3/4 of an hour of ads for 15 minutes of television, right? And so it is what it is, and you have to somehow, YouTube is not free, and people might think it's free, but it isn't. Someone has to pay those expenses. So you're right, Hewie. More and more and more ads, and it's going to get worse and worse. Now the plot thickens. Now the plot's thickening, and I want to go into there's another side of this that we're going to talk about as we come down. I've got an article that I want to discuss, but absolutely, you're absolutely correct. I'm on YouTube all the time. All the stuff I watch is on YouTube. Movies are on YouTube, and I have YouTube Premium. I've had it for years. I couldn't watch the amount of YouTube that I watch. It would drive me nuts to watch all the ads. It just isn't. It isn't going to happen, right? So, but YouTube, and you'll see today when we talk about this article, is that of course they're looking at packaging and at different options.
Yep. Right? Yeah, I think I've got a mention of it as well.
Yeah. So they're packaging it in different options. So you're going to be seeing not just YouTube is charging for that premium service, but it's going to be part of maybe Google One. It's going to be part of, financing your Pixel phone. It's going to be part of a whole package of other things that are going to come. And I think it's just, if you want to watch YouTube, it's going to be $10 a month or whatever, right? It's not free. It's just not free.
And I also noticed a lot of the ads were for Google. So they haven't sold a lot of ads too.
Yeah.
So they need the money to break even.
It's time to say a thank you to Michael Daniels.
I will. Michael Daniels is thank you. Michael is on today. Thanks again for a great job.
Yes, thank you, Michael.
Hey, you guys, you've got to understand. Michael's having me on his show in a couple of weeks. Guess what I'm talking about?
Probably your watch.
No, vacuum cleaners.
Oh,
I'm talking about vacuum cleaners. Yes, robotic vacuum cleaners. I'm addicted to them. So anyway, George says 2-factor mandate is a problem if you share accounts with others. Yes. And for sure, you do not want to share a Gmail account or your accounts or Google accounts with your partner. It won't work. George is, excuse me, George is absolutely correct on that. So you're going to have to change your ways. Clark says, I've done that too. All right. Let's come back to, let's see what's the next one here.
So how much of all that money that Google makes, George wants to know, is actually going to creators?
Well, that would depend. It's a different system. I guess it would depend if you're monetized or not. I would say probably not a lot goes back to the creators. I mean, creators create their through other services that they have associated with it. I've made a whole video on how to make money on YouTube. So
there are some some YouTube millionaires that have that have through their creations have really grew a large following and make huge amounts of money.
If I'm lucky, I average about $100 every 4 months.
Right. So to make money on YouTube requires only 1% of people that start out trying to do business on YouTube ever succeed in getting enough subscribers to actually monetize their site, right? It's a very, very small amount. You have to work, as Bob says, exceedingly hard to make a very modest income if you can.
It's not an income, it's it helps to pay the bills.
Exactly.
I was thinking about, there's a couple tech guys on YouTube that have really made their mark. One is Linus.
Yes.
And I think he's a millionaire as a result. There's another fellow by the name of Marquis Brownlee.
Linus has he's talked about that, and he makes about $6,000 a month US, but he employs like 3 or 4 people that he's in his company. He's doing, he works 12 hours a day. He produces a tremendous number of videos. So when you split it all up, he'd be better off driving a bus with the local, local municipality than what. Plus, all his other, he's an independent contractor, so all his other expenses all get got. So he talks quite a bit about that, and he says, I've finally made my 1 million subscribers. I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but it is a lot of work.
But it is important that people subscribe to our channels. It really helps us in a lot of different ways. Maybe not in monetization, but at least into getting found and having our videos being played.
Right.
So please subscribe to our channels, all of us.
Please do. Hewie.
I saw this article this morning, and as I read it, I said, you know what? This article just came out 3 days ago, and it's outdated. They're talking about the printer that they said worked best with Chromebooks. One of the features was Google Cloud Printing, and that was taken away back in January.
Yes.
So the article was really outdated, and I didn't know how to make them know about to respond to it. There wasn't a way that I could find. What I ended up doing was tweeting to their account from their article, replying to their article. I've only done that this morning, so I haven't heard back from them, but I expect I might get an answer from them. But there's also the fact that the scanning, I know, Ron, you can scan with your Chromebook, with your printer. I can't with mine. Mine won't do it, but I have a printer that's probably 9 years old, and it just doesn't have that ability. I can print with it from my Chromebook, but I can't scan from it. But this article seems to say it doesn't even mention scanning. So this article was written quite a while ago, or they just didn't do their research. It was from research from quite a while ago.
Bet you it's an old article just reworked and posted fresh with a new date.
Yep.
That's what happens lots of times.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
But
that's why I wanted to call that out in this article.
That's good, because you don't even have that capability with a Chromebook anymore. I mean, that even with your phone, you can't use
Cloud
that
The
cloud.
cloud print. Yeah, it's gone.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But
Huey,
the thing is that when you see the best of something from one of these major websites or magazines, you really got to look into it because there's a good possibility it's outdated or it's not true.
Yep.
So
yeah.
They keep
uh,
recycling their articles.
yeah. Or
Huey, Huey,
they take a really big topic and they make the heading, and then when you read it, there's one paragraph that says something, one little thing, and that's it. They really don't give you a good background, and they don't really tell you anything because they got to
Huey,
fill the space.
if someone wanted to find out more about Chromebooks, where would they tune into next week?
Oh, learning Chromebooks.
Learning Chromebooks, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
with Ron and Hewie.
Exactly. And guess what? I'm going to talk about scanning and printers because this is all updated in OS 94. So if you want to learn more about scanning printers in your Chromebook, and do you need to sign up?
Absolutely.
And
Ron,
where would
speaking of, you said 94. I thought we're up to 95 now.
no,
95 in the browser, but 94 in the operating system.
Okay, thank you.
95 is skipping in the OS. So,
Yep.
so anyway, yes. And so go over to techforsenior.com and you can sign up forms are there and just sign up. If you have signed up for learning Chromebooks, you don't need to. Huey will be sending out a note, I guess on Monday, eh? He'll send out the
Yes.
first reminder. Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah, when version 96 comes out, the operating system and the browser will be in sync with each other.
Yes.
That's
Right.
why there's a skip in the operating system for 95.
So, for those of you who are listening, I hope everyone has seen my brand new video that I just put out yesterday on the Galaxy Watch 4. It's called the Misunderstood Galaxy Watch 4, and it's a culmination of a bunch of things I've been doing with it and some videos, and we'll be playing it on the Monday show. So it just got out, and of course you've all have seen the stuff on fall detection and things like that. But so they just announced this morning, of course, there was an update yesterday, and not only did the Galaxy Watch 4 get a bunch of new faces, but the fall detection menus and features all changed. So I just got this video out and it's all changed. So they've made some improvements in the, you know, for those of you, I'm not going to belabor that today. You can watch the video, but certainly fall detection, I have some serious concerns about. They've addressed some of those concerns in this update. So I guess the reason I wanted to bring this update today was if you do have the Galaxy Watch 4, make sure you put the update in, and it should update, I think, automatically. Bill, did you get to your did it do it automatically for you?
I have to go check. It's on the charger now. It probably did.
Okay.
It's on automatic updates.
Yeah, it should do the updates. But anyway, so it's there, and there's a bunch new faces on it as well. Published. Did I put this one in? Where's Google's foldable phone? Everything we know so far. They did not. The two things that Google did not announce. They didn't announce the foldable phone, and they did not announce a Pixel Watch. Like there's a lot of suspense about this. As you know, Google bought the Fitbit line, and of course there's the Fitbit Sense, which is their sort of flagship watch right now. But everybody is sort of expecting, and I think it's a tightly guarded secret, about a Google, like a Pixel Watch, which would sort of flow quite interesting, and also the foldable phone, because the Galaxy foldable, the Galaxy phone is this. Well, this isn't. I don't know where this isn't the Galaxy one, but anyway, the Galaxy's Flip 3, I think it's called, is super popular, and so I don't know. They didn't announce it, so I thought that was interesting. Bob, lifetime subscriptions aren't always last a lifetime. Whose lifetime?
Well, that's the question. Whose lifetime? You know,
Right.
lifetime is not your lifetime. It's lifetime of whatever. It could be version 1 and version 2 is not. That's a different life. So you never ever know. You have to be very careful. Some companies, when they say lifetime, they actually mean it. When a new version comes out, you just get upgraded. but that's very rare nowadays. Nowadays, it only lasts, if you're lucky, you get 5 years out of something. Boy, you really got a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them, they say when the lifetime, what they're referring to is when you buy that particular version, it doesn't expire.
Right.
But but when the new version comes out, you got to buy the new version or pay for an update.
And if they have in between updates between version 1 and version 2, yes, you'll get those in between updates. But as soon as the next major release comes out, well, that's a different life. So, and it depends on how often they update, just how long your lifetime is.
But if they had told you that it was a lifetime for that program, the program will not stop working. You can still use it, but it's the older version.
Correct. It's the old adage, caveat emptor, let the buyer beware.
Let's just do some people have posted some things in since we've been talking away. George says, hold on. George says, what percentage of YouTube costs are paid? Don't know. Olive says, I have found the phone's pictures are better than my printer scanner, and using Google is good at capturing text and numbers. Yes. Well, my take on this, you guys, and we can talk, I've made a video actually on this. You know, your phone, and to take a picture of, like, I don't scan anything anymore. I just take a picture of it, right? And it, if you put it into Google Drive, it OCRs it, scans it, and puts it all in there for you in a one-step process. Like, I just don't scan anything more. I use the phone. Plus, my phone sits here right on my desk. I don't have to get up and walk across the room to go to the scanner, right? So I don't scan anything anymore. I think it's just nuts. So anyway, that's my own personal.
The biggest difference for me when I scan a document, as opposed to taking a picture of it, if you take a picture of it, it's going to be a JPEG or a PNG file. If you scan it, it's going to be a PDF.
Yeah, but you can save it as a PDF into the on your Google Drive. I mean, it usually converts it to a PDF. It's not a problem.
You can convert. Well, that not all programs will let you easily convert a JPEG to a PDF, and especially going the other way too.
So Gordon, this is interesting. Gordon, this is from Gordon Rose. He lives just down the street from me. Gordon is a very good friend of mine. In fact, we're going over to his house for dinner on Sunday. We pal around with him all the time. He's a pilot. He's I'm not going to tell you how old he is, but he's older than I am. And he's a pilot, and he flies around in his airplane, and he's got an RV-12. No, I do not go up with him because I'm a little bit nervous, but he's a great pilot, and he is actually just bought a new computer. He's been trying to get this new graphics card, so he bought it from Next Computing in the United States, NEXT. Have you guys, Bill? Have you heard of Next?
I have.
Yep. He looked. I mean, it's going to be delivered. Like, man, he just ordered it, and it's going to be delivered real quick. And it's got the 3080, the new what is it? The new 3080 card from the graphics card in it, which of course is good because he does a lot of flight simming, and they're hard to find. You couldn't find it at Dell or anything like that. But so I'm really interested in this computer that he bought from NEXT. They've been around for a while. I've never bought anything. Hewie, did you ever buy anything from Next?
No.
I think it was primarily a gaming. It's always been a gaming machine.
Is it?
And if he's using that Microsoft, the latest version of Flight Simulator, he definitely will need that.
Yeah.
So
So Olive says, is there a link for the Galaxy 4 article? It's on our web. It's on our YouTube site. I will. It's on our YouTube site. I can put it in the. I'm not going to put it in the newspaper on Saturday. I don't want too wide distribution because we're going to play the show on Monday. So, but for sure, it's on the YouTube channel and published. Gord says, good production too. Always something new to talk about. We could talk forever. You're talking about the 4 people who love to talk the most, right? We could yak for all day long. Olive says 17 watching and over 7 likes. Come on. It doesn't take much to click that like. Exactly.
Yeah, if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, please go ahead and like the
Click
program.
the like, yeah. And handheld camera is not steady as a scanner. Well, you take a picture of it and scans it, so it works great. I mean,
Yep.
it does. You don't actually. Yeah, it's amazing. It works anyway. It works well. All right, let's get on. We got to get on these articles. We have hardly. Bob, Free Office 2021. What is Free Office?
It's an Office compatible product, and I've actually installed this one. It's coming from a company. Well, the company that makes this. I always have a problem with PowerPoint using compatible products like the one from Google or any of the others. I can't embed any videos in it. And if I have an embedded video, if I try to use their product, they don't play it because they just don't know how to do that. This one here, I used the PowerPoint, imported one of mine, and it was lickety split. It worked just the way it came. And then I said, okay, that's great. You can import. So now I said, let me try creating one. And it actually has the ability to import a video directly into the product.
Well,
if you're out on the road and they don't have very good internet access, you better have your video embedded in that PowerPoint presentation, because otherwise it won't play. You can't go out to the internet to get it if there's no internet access. Okay, and this one had just 100%, no question. Yep.
That's amazing. Now, you and I have talked about this before, and you and I create an awful lot of videos for presentations. And when I used to use many years ago LibreOffice, and that was one of the big problems with LibreOffice is you couldn't embed the videos, and it was a no-goer, right? Non-starter.
This one works, and it's free, it's free.
Cool. Has it been around a long time, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good find. Thanks for commenting on that. Do you guys read this article? The most exciting breakthrough of a decade. Did you?
Well, yeah, but it's a pooper scooper analyzer.
So I'm just gonna tell you the gist of the article. As physicians, we're going to be out of business because they actually had people followed by artificial intelligence. In other words, you went in and the artificial intelligence managed your medical care rather than a physician. Like they had two groups. They had the physician managed and the artificial intelligence managed, and they followed this along as a clinical trial. Artificial intelligence did a better job. Yeah, they did a better job. Not as much compassion probably, but they did a better job. So read the article. If you're following along, just read the article, because this is shades of you guys serious. Was in the medical profession. Oh, sorry. So Gord, my buddy Gord from RV12 that we just talked about, he had a company that did lab analyzing, and we did a lot of stuff together. And of course, the lab tests are highly automated now, but it's really, trust me, this is a big deal. So
and it goes back to when was it last week that I talked about the toilet that does this automatically for you.
Yeah. You guys, we got to move on here.
Well, it's medical. It's important
for everybody who for the last almost 2 years now has been doing virtual doctor visits.
Right.
Well, heck, this one's probably going to be a heck of a lot cheaper.
Well, yeah. So it's interesting. Yeah, but shades of things to come. Google aims to double smartphone output with a new Pixel. This is going to be a major, major, major strategy for Google. Which is now I think is this the next? Okay, so there's this one, and is there one more? No, that's the Y Star. One of the what is it called? It's an article coming up, but one of the things, in case we don't get to the article, I want everyone to understand is there's also in the United States with the Pixel launch, Bob, what is it? There's where they combine, they're going to finance the phone for you, right? And here's here's what's it called? It's called I can't remember what Google's going to call this, but it's only available in the United States. But what it's going to be is a subscription service. So when you buy the phone, it's going to be $45 per
or
month.
55,
Or
depending on what services you pick
Right.
and what's included.
Right.
Okay, because
But-
it includes all the premium stuff that Google offers,
That's
including the Pixel 6. However, if you do a cost analysis on this, you're better off buying the phone.
Well, depends. Like if you Google One, it's going to include Google One, which of course is hard drive storage online. It's going to include YouTube Premium. It's going to include. So you're going to start to see now this stuff being packaged into different packages, and that's the big change that's going to occur because these are expensive, right? Like a phone's $1,000, but if you pay $40 a month or $50 a month, and it includes the phone and all the services, this is a big deal. This is where we're moving with this, and I think you're going to see more of these services bundled like this. And I thought it was a cool idea because it'll bundle all the services together.
It's an excellent idea from their end because it's perpetual income.
Yes.
Okay. When you buy the phone, that's it.
Right.
But if you do it this way and you include some other things, now they have the other thing it includes is every 2 years you get a new phone.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
That's the big deal on this thing.
Yeah.
You know
Sign
that
me
in
up.
2 years you get a brand new phone.
Yeah. Sign.
Basically, you're paying for it in advance, is what you're doing.
So is that,
But you're paying on it a monthly basis, and everybody wants to do everything monthly.
is that going to be in conjunction with T-Mobile or some other provider?
No. You have to go through Google.
Right.
Oh, so you're using who's the carrier?
I think you get it, Bill. You get it unlocked.
They're
and then you
unlocked.
take it to
Yeah, they
whatever
are
carrier you
unlocked.
want.
It's an unlocked phone.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you just take it to whoever you want.
wherever.
Yeah,
In
but I
fact-
believe that Google Fi is also involved in this. So
Right.
Well,
And the other thing
it's
is,
like
Bill-
in my case, I know I have Google One and a couple of those other services that I pay separately for.
Right.
Yeah, it's 200 gigs. It's 200 gigs for Google One, which is about $2.44 a month.
Yeah.
no,
About-
that's
about $30 a year.
yep.
Interesting. So here's the one. So let's talk about the Wise video. Now
That was
listen,
the funniest video I've ever seen in my
isn't
life.
that crazy?
Yes.
If you're
Fantastic.
listening, if you are listening right now, if you're listening to us in Yakaway here, you have to go to our Facebook page, go to this and click on and play this video. This is by far the best video I've ever. I sent it to Bill and Bob and Hewie. They all laughed their heads off. It is a captivating video that'll make you watch right to the end. It's hilarious. And it advertises the Wise Video Doorbell.
Fantastic advertising. Whoever
You
thought
now
of
make sure they're new Wise. There's 2 Wise doorbells now.
Right. Do you have
This-
one, Bill? Do you have?
No,
one?
I don't have the doorbell, but I have a Nest doorbell, and even Google has brought out 2 versions of their doorbell now as well.
Right.
The original one, which is the one I have, and then they have one that's battery operated. But the interesting thing about the Wise doorbell is that it can be installed both hardwired or battery. I thought that was interesting.
and the battery is supposed to last for 2 months, I think.
Yeah. It's it's really it's a no-brainer to install. You can just stick it to the door facing and you're in business.
Yeah, I have a Ring 2 and there is a Ring 3. So they've got 3 different versions of it. They've updated it. And by the way, I finally got mine to work with the new router. So it's working properly now.
Yeah, that's the other thing when you all are mentioning about the 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz. I had a formal doorbell that was called a Sky Bell, and it only would work on 2.4.
Right.
But the new Nest works on 5. But the whole idea behind that, if you're going to be going at a distance or through some funny spaces, that you're better off using 2.4 than 5, because 5 has a shorter range.
Right.
But yeah, it's a very interesting. Wise is doing some really interesting things with their products.
But Wise needs 2.4 gigahertz.
Yeah. Anyway,
Now the new one will work on 5 bomb.
Is it also going to work on 5?
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hey, so you guys, if you don't want a video, just watch. If you don't want a doorbell, just watch the video. It is.
It's worth it. It'll make you go. It'll make you want to buy the doorbell.
Surprise!
Yes.
Eh? Surprise!
Yep.
Surprise!
Hey, the price is right too.
Yeah. Bob, what's this about? Android 12 is rolling out to Pixel devices.
Yep. My
Am I
Pixel is running Android 12.
Oh, really?
And if
Is
you got a
the 3,
Pixel, update it.
is the 3 going to get it? Do you think the Pixel
The 3 is getting it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Whenever they bring out, we're all waiting for 12.
Mm-hmm.
But
But you guys got to wait unless you got a Pixel. It's only coming to the Pixel.
because it's Google, Pixels always get the latest version of Android first.
Yes,
Correct.
that's right.
And they don't have to go through all the hoops and loops that you get when you have Verizon or some other company. Because in my case, what's going to happen to me, Google's going to release 12. Then they're going to send it to Samsung, which Samsung will put their whatever they want to add or to it. And then Samsung will then send it to the carriers. And then the carriers, in my case, Verizon, they'll add their take on it. So it has to go through several different iterations before it actually gets to the consumer.
But if you have a Google Pixel phone directly from Google, then you get your updates when they are released, and Pixels always get them first.
With no add-ons from your manufacturer carrier.
I have a carrier, but I'm not married to the carrier. I have an unlocked phone.
Yeah, I have a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and it's on Android 9, and that's the latest it will accept.
Yep.
So, Bob, I just went and checked my phone, and you're right. The Android 12 version's ready to download and install. Yay!
Yep. It takes a while to do it, though, just so you know.
Well, I'm not going anywhere today, and it's going to be a howling storm out there. So,
And it will change. There's quite a bit of changes in this.
is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, see, I'll be waiting for a while. I have a Samsung, and I'm with Verizon. Although it's unlocked, it's not going to. It's going to still come down through the carrier.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have a Pixel, like I know there's a lot of people out there that have Pixel 3s. For sure. I didn't think the 3 was going to get it, so that's great.
Yeah,
thanks,
and you
Bob.
will have your privacy dashboard.
See, now you don't need the Pixel 6.
Privacy dashboard is a software thing, and that's part of the operating system.
Well, if you want that super duper camera, you might want to go with.
But there's kind of a falseness to what they say about the camera. They're calling it a 50 megapixel camera in the new Pixel 6, but it's only a 12 megapixel picture. And I haven't quite understood how that works. But the picture is going to be 12 megapixels that you get. But something about the camera itself is a 50 megapixel camera. So I guess the quality of the picture is going to be better, but it still boils down. You're going to end up with it'll be a 4,000 by 3,000 pixel picture.
Interesting.
All right, we're running out of time, you guys, so we got to go through a few more of these articles. So the Apple Watch 7. I don't want to talk about this because I don't have an Apple Watch 7. I always want to encourage Apple people to watch our show and to watch our, look at our Facebook page. So I do tend to post a lot of Apple stuff on there, so that we're we're
Equal.
also we're equal
Equal.
opportunity
Yeah.
equal opportunity group. So just I put this on there. So if you're interested, then that's the article for you. Bob, you've got is this? Oh yeah. So Bob, what's with this? So I know all about Brave, but now they want to remove Google as its search engine.
They already have. They have their own browser.
Really?
I mean, their own search engine. Yep. Which is probably based on Google's search engine, but can't spit out the word. It's been modified so that it's more secure or less invasive, whichever way you want to go.
All right.
I have not tried it.
Yeah, I just good old Chrome. It works for me, and it's
it's same here.
And it's fast.
Although I happen to like the Edge browser, it's got lots of nice features in it,
right?
And I still use the Chrome search engine, the Google search engine. I don't stick with what Microsoft wants to supply me with.
Right.
No.
One of the things that we should talk about in the future, but as it comes along, this was an article on the QR code, the vaccine, like a vaccine passport. This was out of our province of Quebec. New vaccine QR code will be supported by Apple's Wallet and Health app. And as we move, and just this morning, as our federal government in Canada is announcing a national vaccine passport that will be just they probably discussed it, but it was just the last hour that they brought this out. And as we go, I'm sure in the United States, as we go around in each state or nationally, somehow all these sort of vaccine passports are going to be issued. But we're going to be looking at the phones, whether it's Android or Apple, are going to be holding somehow these in because you have to display them all the time. It's going to be different for everybody. And I thought it might be a topic in the future that we should address and talk about what's happening and try and because it's very confusing right now. A lot of different people are handling it in different ways.
Whatever happened to our privacy that we're supposed to have with our healthcare?
Well,
we just throwing it out the window is what we're doing.
Yeah, but it's a big deal, and I'm sure that Apple is dealing with it this way, and I'm sure Android will come along. Is this true? This came out yesterday from Bloomberg.
Yeah, I've read it in several places.
Facebook plans to rebrand the company.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
It's not
my comment was they ought to rebrand their policy. The hell with the name.
Really? So you gotta be kidding. What difference if we called it FaceTime, Facebook? What?
Well, they're getting into lots of that virtual reality stuff, and I think part of that has to do with that.
Huh. So that is true then.
Yep.
Huh. Well, we think so.
One of the biggest. Did you guys watch the launch events of the Pixel 6?
No,
Yep.
but I did. I've watched so many podcasts. I
the
feel like I did.
One of the big deals about it was the live translate that's on there. I mean, that's pretty cool. And not only that, but as you're riding down the highway, and your wife's not you, but your wife's holding the phone on the highway, it transcribes all the signs into whatever language, of course, you've got it set up. So that's pretty cool.
That'll come in handy when you come back into the States. You'll be able to translate the signs back into Canadian.
That's about it. That's about it. Some e-bike stuff. Shipments of foldable. Oh yeah, here's the other one. Shipments for foldable OLED panels to increase 60% annually over the next five years. I think you guys, I told you this earlier, you don't believe me, but I think this foldable phone is really going to be a big deal. Don't you?
I definitely do.
I think it's going to be a big deal.
if the Pixel 6 wasn't so inviting, I would consider the Samsung Fold, the foldable one, not the
Yeah.
big one.
That's
but
right.
Yeah, the one that's like a tablet.
Yeah.
No, it one's like an old flip phone.
And Huey, I'm thinking the same thing. Like I'm
I don't know which one I prefer.
I don't know yet, so I'm gonna have a look. Just as before we close, Olive says, as the stealthiness of handholding and camera, Dick is right. I use a selfie stick or tripod. The drawings and pictures turned out better than in the book after letting photos fix it. And does the bundling ring a bell with anyone about something called bloatware? Oh. Well, listen, it's top of the hour. That hour went by so fast. Bill, I
know this is so much fun. We got to do this more often.
Maybe we should do a 2-hour show, eh?
You know what we missed with the Pixel 6?
What?
The editing that you're going to be able to do to those
with Google Photos,
natively, eliminating crap that you don't really want in the picture.
That's cool.
Kinds of goodies.
Yeah,
you are getting me intrigued about a Pixel. I might have to switch.
Yeah, you don't want a Samsung. No. Oops, we shouldn't be saying that. So anyway, Bill, thank you so much for coming. You're going to come back and see us in about a month.
I'll be back, and I didn't get to share my gadget, but we'll do that. I might put it. I'll save it for the Tuesday article.
Yeah, the news article. Yeah, for those of you who we do publish a news article twice a week. Bill's in our Tuesday newsletter. He always has a gadget for us. What's with a top? The last one was the spinning top. You don't have one, do you?
No, but I thought I love tops, and I saw that, and I said, now that's something I really should look about. But it was really interesting about that. This company makes these spinning tops for like $35 and all these different metals, and of course they said there were some benefits from spinning a top. So
medical benefits for spinning a top. Get into artificial intelligence, so maybe that's part of the secret.
Well, I had something today about artificial intelligence, and also something about alternate reality that's being used with these trackers. That Tile has a tracker.
Yeah.
Samsung has brought out one. Apple has one they called Air. They're the ones that use the alternate reality to find things. I thought it was kind of interesting. So I had that on my plate today, but I will put something in our Tuesday newsletter.
Thank you. Geeks on Tour says too much fun. Yes, we do have too much fun. We do. And
hey, it's almost time for me to go to work.
I know. And Clark says I'll miss next week because he's got to do some electioneering. But this is taped. This is when I hit the button in about 30 seconds and say that's it. It's there. It's on Facebook and YouTube. So you can go back and you can listen to it again and again. Thank you again for the live captioning. Yes, indeed. So listen, goodbye to all. We will see you probably on the Monday show, and be sure and come and listen. And for sure, we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Bob, you got your coffee?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to end